We are back with Cone Health dietitian Penny Crumpton. We're continuing our conversation about tips for picking and prepping and enjoying summer fruits and veggies. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about picking the produce. What are your recommendations for choosing the ripe in-season fruits like melons, berries, or peaches? Because it seems like I guess wrong.
Well, I like to use my senses, and so smell is my most important sense. So when I can smell the ripeness of a cantaloupe or a melon, even a pineapple, you can flip that upside down and smell the bottom of it, and it'll tell you the sweetness as well. Visions, we want to look at, the bright colors, the plump freshness of the berries. For watermelon, we want to look at the underside of the watermelon where it lays on the ground, and that yellow belly, as they call it, will really help us get a good idea how sweet that watermelon's going to be. And then I also suggest to use the 2 fingers. So if your width of the stripes of the watermelon is 2 fingers wide, that usually means that it's at its right peak fullness for maturity and sweetness.
Who knew?
For peaches, you can smell those.
That's a really interesting fun fact. The 2 fingers, and we're going to put that in between each one of the watermelon lines.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And then what
I'm
about
not good
peaches?
at bumping. I'm sorry?
Go ahead with the peaches.
Oh, so peaches, if you can buy your fresh produce, the vegetables, even local stuff, you can get them much riper, and the smell and the taste is going to be much better with getting us fresh fruits and vegetables. So peaches are a good smell. You want to make sure that there's no bruising or indentation. If they're crammed in a container, then they're going to be squished, and that's going to create a level of skin breakdown and deterioration, which then might make it rot much faster.
All right, let's talk about what happens when we get them home, and should we wash them? Should we not wash them? How do we store them? It seems it's very easy to get it wrong.
That is true, and lots of people do, and I'm one that's made one mistake in that area before. But first of all, you want to just dry off your vegetables and put them in the crisper in the drawer. Don't store them in the bags where you weigh them at the grocery store, because that creates moisture barrier, and moisture creates bacteria and skin breakdown, and so your food's going to deteriorate. But put them in a ventilated container, and then when you get ready to cook them or eat them or prepare them, then you want to wash them. Because that moisture is going to break down the berries. So I bought a flat of strawberries one night and washed them the night before and came to them in the morning, and they were nothing but mold. So that was a waste of good strawberries that I hated to ruin. So I learned the lesson the hard way.
Gotcha. Okay. And each one has their own specific thing of what you need to do. When you wash them, what should you wash them with?
You can wash them with 1 part water and 3 parts vinegar. So in terms of helping to reduce any pesticides and things like that, but just lightly washing them. You don't need to soak them for long periods of time, again, because that's going to create bacteria.
All right, we've got about 1 minute. Grilling super popular in the summer. What fruits or veggies are great on the grill that people might not think to try?
So try some eggplant sometime. Try some different fruits, plums, figs. I've never tried it, but watermelon seems to be a thing that you can grill on the grill and mix in with your vegetables to add a level of sweetness. Pineapple is something that we probably all know about, but I would try some eggplant. Beets would be another one that you can really mix in with some of those good vegetables and really make your meal complete.
Watermelon, eggplant, and beets. You are right. 3 things I have never thought to grill before. So
That's
that
right.
might be a new thing for this summer. So thank you so much, Penny. We so appreciate it. If you missed any of this, this is going to be in the To Your Well-Being section of our website.